What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back for another live stream. And this will be my Browns Broncos Week 15 Saturday night primetime preview. Browns heading to Denver, Colorado to face the Denver Broncos on Saturday night in primetime, as I just mentioned. Browns are coming off a big 26-20 victory over the Panthers. And the Broncos lost to the then 2-10, now 3-10 San Francisco 49ers. George Kittle had one heck of a game, too. So before I get into talking about this game, let's take a look at the injury report for both of these teams, starting with, of course, the Denver Broncos. None of their players on the report had a full practice. They had three players with limited practice, Tremaine Brock, Lacoste, I think that's how I say his name. I probably just butchered it, whatever. And then Brandon Marshall, all practice limited. Brock had a rib injury, Lacoste had a shoulder, and Marshall had a knee. And the rest did not practice. Barrett did not practice with a hip. Harris Jr. with a fibula. I'm pretty sure he'll be out probably the rest of the season, I'm guessing. But we'll see about that. Sutton, yeah, that's a big one there. Cortland Sutton. Remember, they're already without Emmanuel Sanders, and they traded Demaryius Thomas. So their receiving core is already thin, kind of. But Sutton did not practice with a quad. Derek Wolfe had a concussion, and Yadam with a shoulder. Now for the Browns, we had a few players practice fully today. In fact, the majority of them did. Burris practiced fully. Collins practiced fully. Burris and Collins both had shoulder injuries. Mitchell, back from the wrist injury he suffered against the Raiders, he fully practiced today. Same with Njoku, who had a knee injury. Brian Price had an Achilles. He practiced fully. Schobert with a knee practiced fully. And Tavier Thomas had an abdomen injury. He also had a full day of practice. Only one player had a limited practice session. And that was Phillip Gaines. He had a knee injury. And 5 players did not practice. Of course, Orson Charles with an ankle. Corbett with a foot. Of course, Treader with his ankle. He actually aggravated it in the game last week. Played through it. That's a boss move, but I'm pretty sure it hurts like hell. But he'll power through it. Of course, Denzel Ward with a concussion. He's still not practicing. And then Larry Ogunjobi, as you may imagine, did not practice with his bicep injury, although he did play through it. He had a brace on it. And they actually had him on a pitch count in the first half of the Panther game, and then they unleashed him in the second half. But hopefully, he'll be able to play it this week. I think he'll be able to play. If he played last week, I think he'll be able to play this week. As for Denzel, I don't know. I mean, playing up in the high elevation, I don't think that'll be good for a guy with a concussion. So I'm pretty sure there's a good chance he'll most likely miss this week if he does not come off the concussion protocol before Thursday, because I believe they're leaving on Thursday to get acclimated for a Saturday night game. Got to remember, it's a Saturday night game. That should be a good one. But anyways, as you might imagine, these two teams have a lot of playoff history, especially in the late 80s. You know, Broncos fans will not hesitate to bring up the drive and the fumble. And we cannot beat these guys. That's why I hate these guys so much. And that kind of gets annoying. We had our chances to beat them most recently in 2015. Remember that game? It was Peyton Manning with his noodle arm against Josh McCown. And we actually could have beaten these guys, but McCown legit gave the game to the Broncos. And in fact, let me look up their history right on the spot here. Here we go. So Browns-Broncos history. All right. So Broncos lead, they lead the series 23-5. Talk about domination. I mean, God. The last time the Browns beat the Denver Broncos was 1990. when the Browns won 30-29. That's crazy, isn't it? Wow. But this Browns team's looking good. We beat the Panthers, coming off a big win now. I think we're going to be amped up for this game on Saturday night. I know if Baker Mayfield wakes up feeling dangerous, I think he'll have a good game. But this Broncos team, man, they ain't no joke. They're trying to get into the playoffs again. They haven't been in the playoffs since Manning retired, and I know they want to get back there. And they got one heck of a running game with Lindsey, and I don't know who else they had. Oh, yeah, Royce Freeman. Almost forgot about him. They call him Rolls Royce. But, yeah, two very good running backs. Of course, Emmanuel Sanders is out. I don't really know what else they have on their thing, so I'm going to be a little bit of a cheater, and let's look it up here. Let's see what else they got here. I know I'm doing this all right in the moment, people, you know. Oh, Crazy Dog uses stats. He's stupid. No, it's okay to use stats. Stats are good to reinforce statements. But, of course, when your computer doesn't want to work, makes things that much more difficult. All right, I think I got it now. Come on, you stupid computer. Look at this. Ruining the flow. There we go. Okay. So their receiving core right now, without Emmanuel Sanders, of course, Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Deshaun Hamilton, who's actually not bad, Andre Harris, who they picked up a week ago or so. Because remember, the Bills got rid of him, and they got rid of Kelvin Benjamin too. Yeah. I know a lot of people are making memes of Kelvin, saying, oh, my God, Wendy's just gained a new employee. Wendy's, fat jokes. River Craycraft. Okay, I have no idea who the hell that is. The offensive line, they got Garrett Bowles. Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a matchup. Bowles against Garrett. Nico, whatever the heck that last name is. Falah. Connor McGovern. And then you have Billy Turner and Jared Valdir. You got Matt Lacoste, as I mentioned. You have Brian Parker and Teneric Hemingway. Okay. They used to have Jake Butt, but I think he got hurt again. Hireman, too. Of course, Case Keenum at quarterback. Hey, Kevin Hogan's the backup. Imagine that. Royce Freeman and Philip Lindsay. Those are the running backs with Devontae Booker and then Andy Janovich as fullback. Probably the most dangerous part of this Bronco team is their defense. You have Derek Wolfe, Domata Peko, Adam Gotsis. Of course, they won the 3-4, the front three. And then you have Zach Kerr and Shelby Harris, DeMarcus Walker backing them up. Linebackers, Bradley Chubb, Brandon Marshall, Todd Davis, Von Miller. They have some nice backups, too, there. Shaquille Barrett, Josie Jewell, Keyshawn Vieira, Joseph Jones, Jeff Holland, Shane Ray. He's probably one of the most notable guys on there, next to Miller and Chubb. That pass rush is nasty, though. I'll tell you that. Man, their secondary's taking a few hits, though. Roby's still going over there. Darian Stewart, Justin Simmons. Of course, Chris Harris is hurt. Diadem, I believe, is also on the report as well. So we may be seeing our old friend Jamar Taylor. Oh, good old days, right? Jamar freaking Taylor. Then you got Tremaine Brock and Brandon Langley, William Parks, whatever, some other guys like Shamarko Thomas, Suat Cravens. Oh, yeah, that's enough of that. I think the Browns can easily go into Denver and get this win. It's going to be challenging. Denver is pretty good at home, of course, with the high altitude. That's going to be a challenge physically. Hopefully a lot of these guys will be able to get acclimated thanks to them leaving a little bit earlier. But this is going to be a big game, man. Prime time, we get to see Baker Mayfield, under the lights against Case Keenum. One of the big keys for the Browns here is get Myles Garrett to the quarterback, man. Send the dogs, literally. Gotta put pressure on Keenum. I feel like Larry will be able to play. They're probably going to have him on a pitch count early like they did last week, and then they're going to unleash him in the second half. But we got to stop that running game. They really don't have much other than the running game. I mean, their receivers, especially if we get Ward back, oh, I think we'll be able to contain the receivers. They're probably going to try to bully TJ Carey, which every other team has done. Can't really help it. I mean, he's so easy to pick on. But one of these days, he's going to make someone pay for picking on him. He's getting better week by week, slowly. I mean, there's times where he just looks like a bum, but other times he actually looks pretty good. He could have had a few picks, but he's doing all right. Better than Jamar Taylor did last year. I'll tell you that much. But 3 keys to victory for this game. You already know. Key number 1 to beat the Broncos. It's simple. Take care of the football, force turnovers on the other side, and of course score off of those turnovers. We've been pretty good in the red zone since we got rid of Tweedledee and Tweedledum, right? Yeah. I believe we've hit on every single one of them since Freddie Kitchens took over as offensive coordinator. What is it, 14 out of 14? We get in the red zone, it's damn near automatic. But we got to take care of the football. We had some miscues with taking care of the football last week. Jarvis and Rashard, especially. Rashard Higgins, man. Got to take care of that football. Hold on to it like it's your son, like your career depends on it. I know they were trying to do too much, but got to take care of that football. Key number 2, like I mentioned, stop the Denver running game. Make them beat you through the air. I feel like Demarius Randall is going to have a multi-pick game here real soon. What if this is the week that happens? We'll see. But I really feel like Demarius Randall can get another interception and maybe take it to the house this time. I know he's wanted to do that before, but, against Cincinnati, he wanted to give the ball to Hugh Jackson. And against Carolina, we won the game. And he didn't want to risk, doing something that only the Browns would do. And that's probably, fumble the football after an interception. And then Carolina gets the ball back and they feel rejuvenated. Game completely turns. But I feel like Randall will have his chance to have a pick 6 here real soon. Maybe it's this week. We'll see. That's a big one, though. Got to stop that running game. Got to make them beat you through the air. Especially their receiving core, again, isn't that nasty. They got some nice receivers, but, I mean, I'm not as scared as I was beginning of the year when they had DT and Emmanuel Sanders. But I wouldn't sleep on these guys that they got now. Cortland Sutton, he's pretty good. Deshaun Hamilton, he's all right. Don't be sleeping on these guys, man. We don't want no Tim Patrick or Andre Holmes beating you, right? Yeah, that's going to be big. And then key number 3, as always, play smart, no penalties. I mean, we saw against the Panthers, it seems like almost every play for the Browns, the refs are throwing a flag on us. Can't have that, especially in a big game like this. Yes, this is a big game. We win this game. That means we're already pretty much in the thick of the playoff race, and that gives us a better chance, especially if the teams ahead of us lose. Every win, every game means something here. Meaningful December football for the Browns. When was the last time we had meaningful football in December? It's been a while, but I like it. But this is going to be a tough game, man. Player to watch here, of course, is going to be Myles Garrett because we need him to get after Case Keenum and just wreak havoc in the backfield. And then my score prediction for this game. I think the Browns will nudge one out. I'm going to say by a final score of 28 to 24. Browns. So there you go. Now let's take a look at the comment section. I know the comments are probably lit right now. What's good? Let's see who's in here. We got Antoine in the house. What's going on? Oh, Larry with Hello, My Father. Okay. What's up, son? Antoine, crazy. Yeah, okay. I see you, dude. Killer shot. Browns should get a corner. What's up, Garrett? You got Hurricane Lane. Is meaningful football in December allowed for us? I guess it is, believe it or not. Imagine that. Larry, that's my name. I don't care. Hurricane, you don't care. I'm loving it. Hashtag mods only gang. Hurricane, we got this. Browns have to stop their running back. Yeah, Lindsey's a monster. We got Garrett. What's up? What's going on? Smokey one, a Chiefs fan. Hey, I'm ready for this Chiefs Chargers. Browns over Broncos. Yeah, I think we're going to be hearing a lot of that. Although I think the Broncos are favored by 3 points. This is going to be a good game. Really good game. We got Bronco Fanatic in the house. What's going on? the cool, one of the cool Bronco fans. They're not bad. I hate the Broncos, but their fans are cool. I mean, I don't hate them. It's only because of the history. You straight up can't beat these guys. Straight up. I don't know what it is, but we can never beat these guys, no matter what we do. We need Denzel badly, that's for sure. What's up? Again, Money Mitch and Ward is deadly. Yes, very deadly. Very deadly. We need Ward to come back this week. But hey, if not, he'll come back next week and he'll lock down whoever the Bengals send out there again. What's going on, Rocket News? This dude coming here, Mr. Dingleberry with the what up, Chubb? Ty Scum in the house. We got Killer Shot, not a very good team of receivers. Dog. Dingleberry, I am seeing 3 sacks and 2 picks against Keenum, and one will be a pick 6. Ooh, you think so? I would love to have a scoop and score against the Broncos, too. Ty Scum, what's going on? Cleveland Sports, go Browns. Heartline jersey? Yes. Good to see you noticed. Heartline. I don't know if you guys heard, but he was named the permanent Buckeyes receivers coach when he took over for Zach Smith. He was the interim. Now he's the official guy, so that's cool. We need to force Keenum to pass as much as he can. More opportunities for him to make a mistake. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Browns win out. Steelers lose out. Ravens win one of the last 3. Cleveland wins the North. Oh, yeah. But I'm not thinking too far ahead, I'm going week by week. I don't want to get ahead of myself because then usually bad things happen. 31-17, Browns? Ooh, I say 21-24. I feel like Lindsey is going to have a big game, though, because we cannot stop a running back. If the Panthers really wanted to, they could have given the ball to McCaffrey, and we would not have been able to stop him. For real. Best Impact says we need Baker to throw some bombs again. Their secondary is bad, and we have to stop the run. We do that, we win. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we did what we did last week again. First play of the game, throw a bomb to Perryman or Callaway. That'd be cool. But I want to see Callaway get involved a little bit. This offense has to score early as well. That's also another key there. Got to score early, score often. Because, if we keep scoring and our defense is locking them down, we got it. We need to run Chubb more. Yeah, we get a nice little Chubb versus Chubb battle today. This week. Bradley Chubb, a guy that a lot of people said we should have picked over Denzel, but I love Denzel. We needed secondary help, and I love Denzel Ward. I'm glad we got him. But, yeah, shout out to all the Broncos fans that I've interacted with in streams and on Twitter and stuff. Bronco Fanatic. David from Colorado. He's a pretty cool guy. You got A Fizzle, I believe. Pretty sure he's a Bronco fan. Of course, Bronco Fanatic. There's a rapper named Mad Fanatic making diss tracks of opponents. Of course, he got the legendary Bronc Nuts. Yeah. There used to be a Bronco video maker named Trilla Gorilla. I'm a representation of my crappy franchise. Wow, isn't that cool how someone literally makes like a fake account of me? I'm so popular. That's funny. I'm going to this game in Denver this week, so hyped for my first Browns game. Well, that's cool. Hopefully they get the win for you. I was thinking the Browns were going to take Bradley and Denzel, but I'm glad they got Baker. Yes. If you watch my Denzel Ward draft reaction video, which I took on location at Buffalo Wild Wings, which is pretty much a place where I go every year for the draft, I was saying, like, right before they were making the pick, I'm like, watch this be Denzel Ward. But I really wanted Bradley Chubb because could you imagine a duo of Garrett and Chubb? Oh my God. Oh, rest in peace to all the quarterbacks in the AFC North. Oof. I would not have wanted to be a quarterback on our schedule if that happened, but we got Denzel Ward. We needed cornerback help, and hey, we filled a need. Not to mention, This draft this year is loaded with defensive ends. Not to mention, if John Dorsey really wants to swing his dick around, he could go get DeMarcus Lawrence in free agency. Oh, could you imagine if he really did that? Ooh. We go from tanking to signing a tank. Okay. Wow. We need DeMarcus. Oh, if we somehow got DeMarcus, which I doubt that's going to happen, there's no way the Broncos are letting him go anywhere. The Broncos. Really? Thinking of the Broncos. The Cowboys. There's no way the Cowboys are letting him go. They're going to sign him. They'd be stupid to do that. They're not to let him go. Stupid. Wow. Isn't that funny? We got a fake Kiss the Rings account. Right? Yeah. People getting fake accounts all over the place. Trolls are everywhere. Got 13 people in here, 3 likes. Only 3 likes. That's disappointing. But yeah, like the video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more. I'm hopefully going to be streaming this game on Saturday night. I don't see why. I don't know, and I don't care who that is. Not playing no guessing games. No troll. If anything, it's probably Dashy or something. No, it's not him. He doesn't have the mental power to know how to create troll accounts. Nope. And I know it's not Beltway because he wouldn't do that. Right? I don't know. I don't even really care. But this Denver game is going to be big for the Browns because if we win this game, going into next week, final home game of the season against the Bungles. Speaking of Dashy, yeah, we got the Bungles next week. Woohoo! Should be a fun one, but we win this week against Denver. Our playoff chances go up, especially if what we need to have happen around the NFL actually happens. The teams we need to lose take that L and we win out. Our chances get better and better. Wouldn't that be something if we somehow slipped into the playoffs? Oh. Yes. But we need a lot of help. We may not make the playoffs this year, but I'm going to tell you one thing. We're going to make sure that a lot of these other teams join us on the couch. Imagine if we had a kicker. I know, if we had a kicker and if we had a kicker and if we had gotten rid of Hugh Jackson, we might be leading the North right now. Or at least in the thick of things, like second place, maybe third place. Or we already are in third place, but like with a better record. I see the fake bad dog accounts in here. That's cool, Love it when people make fake accounts. What I should probably do is, like, if the real person comes in here, like, make them a mod or something so I know it's them so they can't fool me anymore. But this Saturday night's shaping up to be one heck of a game. And I know one thing, if the Denver Broncos lose this game, Vance Joseph's seat gets a little bit hotter. Yeah, that definitely ate bad dog. That's funny. People really coming in here with these troll accounts. Really? You have like no time on your hands to where you can just go out and make a dozen troll accounts and troll somebody. Hey, Hurricane Lane coming in there with the timeout. Yeah, put him in the corner. The Tampa game or the Oakland game were there for grabs, but the bad referees and coaching killed us. Yeah. The Raider game was kind of influenced by poor officiating and our defense. I mean, it would have helped if our defense would have been able to also maybe get another turnover. But, I mean, our defense allowed 45 points. If our defense was playing good, it wouldn't have come down to the refs. We would have blown the doors off of the Raiders with how Baker and the offense played. But our defense just was lackluster. Let's go Browns. Yeah, the refs low-key kind of stole the game from us. We had the game, had a bad spot. Not to mention that the thing that really killed me the most though was not the spot by Hyde. No, it was the fact that we had a strip sack, possible scoop and score, and they ruled forward progress, even though the ball was out. And that was a fumble, but, they're not going to call it. Oh, look at this dude. That's funny. Love these trolls. People have too much time on their hands. Lions placed Zeke Anza on IR. Wow. That's crazy. Terrence Mitchell played 71 of 74 snaps last week. It's good to see Terrence Mitchell back in the swing of things, though. All we need to do now is get Denzel Ward back, and we'd be all set to go in the secondary. Don't forget with the Raiders starting field position being in the red zone. Yeah, that too. Can't turn over the ball in your own red zone. That was another big factor, the turnovers. The pick six, and then you had Baker throwing another interception late in, at the end of regulation, and then you had the two bad snaps. I can't wait until we're in the penthouse of the AFC in a year or two. Yeah, once we're when the Steelers empire, or whatever you want to call it now, finally officially collapses and the Ravens go into mediocrity, which they're on the road to mediocrity now, we could take over this division, whether people like it or not. We ain't going to be the laughing stock of the league when we're, destroying everybody with Baker Mayfield. This is a big offseason. This is a big offseason for the Browns. We cannot take a step back. I think John Dorsey is going to do a good job of boosting this team up a little bit with some more talent. Terrell Suggs is greater than Myles Garrett. That's real funny, dude, because what has Terrell Suggs really done this year? He ain't bad. He's old. Seems like he's been playing in the league for 30 years. Dang, Terrell Suggs, bro. He's still chugging along over there. When will Denzel get cleared to play? Who knows? Could be this week. Could be next week. Who knows? What do you think of Coach Jackson got fired 2 times in one season of it? That would be funny. You know what's also funny? The fact that Hugh Jackson has led not one but two teams to the basement of the AFC North. He is a legitimate basement dweller. He lives in the basement. No matter what team he coaches, they drop to the basement. Maybe the Steelers should hire him. Remember Mike Pettin first season 7-9? Yeah. Didn't really help that we had Ray Farmer and then Kyle Shanahan left. That was the big reason because Kyle Shanahan left. Brian Hoyer balled out. We were looking playoffs straight in the face, and we golfed at it. We balked. 30 more accounts to harass you? Wow, you have really no life. Won't help if we lose Greg Williams. This Garrett 12.5 sacks is greater than Suggs 7 sacks. That sounds like something Beltway would say. I mean, after all, the Beltway does think that, Ray Lewis is the best linebacker of all time, and he don't even know who Ronnie Lott is. And I also heard a rumor that he has a soft spot for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. I thought the tie was going to kill us, but now it's going to help so much if what happens needs to. Yeah. I really wish, though, that kick would have went through because we'd be sitting right now one game under 500. Think about it. We'd be 6-7 with that tie if that tie didn't happen and we won that game. Chubbs and Garrett would be great. What if? Yeah, but I'm glad we got Denzel Ward. And looking at this upcoming draft, there's some pretty good pass rushers. I'd maybe even think about taking one. Ed Oliver is one of them. Got Raekwon Davis. Got Quinnen Williams. He's an interior guy, which we badly need. Josh Allen from Kentucky. Jamont Jones. There's a lot of good ones. They will probably get another corner. I wouldn't be mad if we get like a DeAndre Baker. That'd be cool from Georgia. That'd be cool. No, not Nick Bosa. He's probably going number 1. Unless John Dorsey really gets savage and trades up the number 1. In which case, Nick Bosa and Myles Garrett, though. Woo! The Steelers are collapsing. Big Ben regressing physically. Yep. I mean, I'm hearing on Twitter of like Steelers fans and the organization just like barking at one another. They're in turmoil over there. Steelers fans legit want Tomlin fired because of how he's been managing games. And yeah, it's getting kind of juicy over there. This division's looking like it could be ours in a few years. We need receiver. There are no good receiver in free agency. Honestly, the only one I know of is Tyrell Williams. And I don't even know if he's going to make it to free agency. He might get signed. Who knows? Tua is going to bust in the NFL. He's the next Tebow. Isn't that usually what happens with Alabama quarterbacks? They, they do really good in college, and then they hit the NFL, and they completely fall apart. Dwayne going number 1 overall 2 weeks ago. You had him late first to second. I had him late first, mid first. He's definitely like a mid first, maybe even early first rounder, depending on who's there and like if anyone needs him. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like a top 15 pick. DeAndre will also bring more Georgia-Bama trash talk. Yeah. More Georgia-Bama trash talk with Nick Chubb. I don't even know if we have any Bama players on our team. I mean, we have the coach, Kitchens. He's from Alabama. That's all we need. Chubb and freaking DeAndre Baker talking trash to a freaking coach. The only reason that the Squealers have had a winning record the last several years is because of their good players, not because of their coaching. Yeah. I mean, look at all the good players they've had over the years. They've literally been saved by that. Kind of like how John Elway was saved by Peyton Manning. Think about it. If John Elway never got Peyton Manning, if he never was able to get him, would the Broncos have won another ring? Probably not. So in essence, his mediocre quarterback, no. Elway's mediocre ability to find a quarterback was saved by the fact that they ran into Peyton Manning. Yeah. We need CeeDee Lamb, Marquise Brown, and N'Keal Harry. I would love Riley Ridley. Keep an eye on that name, too. From Georgia. Oh, another Georgia Bulldog. Where's Murray going, or will he even be drafted as another position? He's going to baseball. He's doing baseball. Steelers don't turn over the whole franchise every 2 to 3 years. Yeah. I would love to have Greedy Williams. I would too. I mean, a name like Greedy, give me Greedy, bro. Get Greedy. Get it? Get Greedy? Yeah. Greedy is greedy. Denzel Ward and Greedy Williams. What a duo. Tua isn't Tebow. Tua is the most talented SEC quarterback since Stafford. Definitely. Yeah, I can see that. What else we got? I would take KJ Hill over any of them. KJ Hill's a baller, though. I'll tell you that. He's made some crazy plays that remind me of Odell Beckham. Tua is more talented as a passer compared to Tebow. He's more like Lamar Jackson. Tebow is more like Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I can see the comparison there. Greedy Williams is a physical player and a fit. Yes. Very physical. I love me some physical corners. They get up in there. They get nasty with receivers. You see them fighting, swatting at one another, trying to get position. I love a physical corner, man. They'll beat you up, wear you down. I wouldn't touch Rashawn Gary. No. Devin Bush, maybe, yeah. Yeah. Gary, I don't know about him. Something just doesn't – he doesn't really, catch my eye. Is Joe Flacco going to return by week 17? I don't know. If Lamar Jackson can stay healthy and if he continues to play well, I think they stick with Lamar. But knowing the Ravens, they're going to go with Joe Flacco like in the last week of the season just to spite us. Well, actually, I don't think it'll be really spiting us. It might actually help us because we could actually beat him up a little bit, rough him up. Maybe end the Ravens season. And that means if we were to end the Ravens season, week 17, that would have been the third year in a row that an AFC North team has ended the Ravens season. Because remember, a few years ago against the Steelers, remember that game? The immaculate touchdown or whatever the heck they called it? The stretch where Antonio Brown stretched the ball over the goal line and won the game there, won the North, ending the Ravens season. And then last year they freaking just died against the Bengals. You lost to Andy Dalton. Remember that. Wouldn't that be something if they lost to the Browns this year? That'd be awesome. If we make the playoffs, knock on wood. Yes, knock on wood. My alcoholism gets to last longer. Yes. I'm not expecting playoffs, which means if we make the playoffs, it'll make the most lit reaction ever. Because they'd be like, oh my God, we made the playoffs. Oh my God. A lot of yelling, maybe some swearing, maybe some other things too. We're the long shots here, but we have a shot. Yep, there's a chance. And as long as there's a chance, anything's possible. Look what happened with the Bills last year. They had a very small chance. People thought they were tanking. They had a rough season at the start, but they recovered and they made the playoffs. I'm not sleeping on any team, but the best team Cleveland plays is Denver. Yeah, we beat Denver. I think we have a great chance to win out. Definitely. Although I'm not sleeping on Cincy and definitely not sleeping on Baltimore, especially if they're still fighting for a playoff spot by then. Cincinnati, their season's probably going to be over by next week, so I don't even think their team will even wake up for that game. They're probably just going to go there and collect their paycheck and just go through the motions, whatever. Who cares? Marvin's gone anyway, right? Marvin will be gone, right? I mean, if they're smart, which I don't think they are that smart over there in Cincinnati, they would get rid of him. But knowing the Bungles, they're going to keep Marvin in. They're going to continue to bathe in mediocrity for however long he's there. Denver is beat up. They aren't as good as they can be. Oh yeah, they're kind of beat up a little bit. The receiving core took a few hits though. That's going to be big for us. But we still got to get after Keenum, stop that running attack. If we can stop Lindsey and Freeman, and even Booker, I think we should be fine. Was the Miami Miracle against the Patriots fluke or skill? I think it was a little bit of luck. Because, I don't know. Some people say it's a fluke, but got to be kind of skilled to do that, man. You're weaving in. It's like a maze. I'd say it's more skill than anything. Kenyon Drake just weaving in and out of defenders like that. And then he just so happens to avoid Gronkowski, which I don't know why they have Gronkowski there anyway. I mean, I know why he was there. It's to bat down any chance at a Hail Mary. Well, oh, look, there's Gronkowski. Let's throw the ball this direction. No, they realize that the dude is literally like he runs like a pig stuck in the mud. And all you really got to do is just be faster than him, kind of, outmaneuver him. And look what Kenyon Drake did. It was dumb Gronk at safety, McCourty on the bench. Yeah. I'd rather have McCourty there. I mean, you'd want him to throw the Hail Mary. But no, they went with the lateral play, and it bit the Patriots right in the butt. Luckily for them, though, the Texans lost. Otherwise, the Texans, I believe, would have passed them up. Browns talking division, think playoffs. The only game against us for playoff hope is Steelers' last game against the Bengals. Can they win? Can the Bengals beat the Steelers? We got to legit rely on Hugh Jackson. Imagine that. Oh, my God. Can't rely on that bum, Milk Dud looking ass. Man, you really think we can rely on Milk Dud and freaking Marvin to beat the freaking Steelers? Now, the Steelers are collapsing, but I'm pretty sure they're not that bad. They're not bad enough to lose to the Bungles. Oh, my God. Could you imagine if somehow the Bungles won against the Steelers? I mean, look what happened last year, I mean, Bungles beat the Ravens and the Bills got in the playoffs. What if it happens with us this year, huh? What if that happens? We take care of business against Baltimore, and then all of our attention will be turned to that game, Steelers-Bengals. Imagine that. 1 in 1,000. Yeah, I'm not really thinking playoffs right now. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Got to take it 1 week at a time and hope that we can win out. That's most important. It won't matter if we don't win out. We got to win out first before we even think about anything else. Yeah. Yep. I would put my hatred aside for the Bungles and low-key root for them to beat the Steelers if the situation calls for it. But until then, I hate the Bungles. They suck. They're bums. Freaking Marvin should be fired. Next year, playoffs, Steelers have to draft a QB. I wouldn't be surprised if we made the playoffs next year if we can get a good coach and do good in the draft and hit free agency. I think we have a good chance. Back to earth, people. Rookie of the year, Barkley or Baker? Oof. Barkley or Baker? A lot of people say Barkley, but I'm going to say Baker. No bias. Baker's having one heck of a year. So is Barkley, but look what Baker's doing, dude. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Baker is up for Rookie of the Week again. That's got to be a factor in it. Look at how many times he's won Rookie of the Week compared to Barkley. Think about it. I think Baker's going to win Rookie of the Year. He is a franchise quarterback. And yet there were some Browns fans, low-key me. I admit it. I kind of didn't want Baker because of his antics. But it's like, and then I thought about it. I'm like, he may be a cocky asshole, but I think that's the kind of guy we need. That's the kind of guy we desperately needed. A kind of guy that's like a cocky son of a gun who'll get in opponents' heads. He's always trash talking on the practice field. Other players like Demarius Randall always drawing at him back and forth, having a lot of fun. That's awesome. Breeze or Mahomes? Ooh, MVP. Probably Breeze. Although Mahomes, I would not be surprised if he took the MVP award, but I think it's going to be Breeze. 10 Browns Rookie of the Week. Yep. I think we're going to break the Saints Rookie of the Week record. I just got over planting the flag against the Jets. LOL. Yeah. Well, got 13 people in here. 4 people hit that like button. I think I'm going to bounce out of here in a little bit because, this was a lot of fun. I'm probably going to be doing these previews like this from now on. Just come on here and talk to the people afterwards. I'll do my preview and all that stuff, and then afterwards I'll just talk to the people in the comments. But I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone in the comment section. I've already mentioned everybody. Anthony Williams, of course, chimed in here a little bit. Killer shot. We got it. It's Machaka. Nice name. Kyle Ellis. And then everyone else, of course, the moderators. You guys are great. But I'm going to head on out of here. Hey, people. So hope you guys have a great rest of your night. My picks video will be coming out shortly, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Browns. Let's get this win on Saturday. Speaking, by the way, before I get out of here, my Broncos week wrap up will still be on Saturday. It'll be Saturday afternoon, so be ready for that. But I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Browns, and I'm out.